Alright guys, how we doing? Alright, Mike again here from Bayona's RC World, and today I went ahead and I activated the governor feature on the Microbeast X Plus, and this is going to be the first time since I've been using the Beast X over 10 years now that I am actually going to use the internal governor. Many years I've been using the Alliance 660 governor, external governor, and worked with that for a while and been loving it. And yeah, so this is going to be the first time I'm going to be utilizing the internal governor on the Beast X. I didn't do it earlier was because I've always done the regular standard receiver setup where I utilize the servo extensions and the wires that come with the Microbeast or the Beast X. And every time I go through the setup menu and I go get to where you're gonna click N, right when you're at M and you click the button, it won't even go to N. It will just basically save your setup that you had done. That kind of deterred me from trying to figure it out and all that stuff, and I just said, you know what, never mind. But come to think of it, when I was reading, and it helps to read, I guess, and so I learned that the only way for you to get into N, which is the internal RPM governor setup for the Microbeast X, is to be under S bus. I don't know about the other protocols, but I do know as far as what I've tested so far, I am set up right now under S bus for Taba. All right, and so far I was able to get past M, go right into N, the governor setup, and do the setup, and now we are where we're at. I already done the setup, and I just want to show you what and how my setup on the transmitter correlates to what's going on in the governor static at the moment. All right, and so I got the transmitter on, heli's on right now, and every single LED from A to N represents a certain RPM. All right, and real quick, I'm gonna go down the alphabet, right? A through H. So A is 660 RPM, B is 840, C is 1020, D is 1200, E is 1380, F is 1560, and G is 1740. And then going up to the next row, H is 1920, I 2100, J 2280, K 2460, L is 2640, M is 2820, and N is 3000. And that's pretty much how the chart got all the RPM for each light. All right, and so I'm going to take you over here to the transmitter, and as you can see, regardless if I got the governor, I still went ahead and I got my throttle curves as such. Idle up 1, V curve, and idle up 2. Alright? And that way, just in case something were to happen, governor goes kapoop, or the magnet flies off, I will still have access or gain control of the throttle. It's not gonna shoot skyrocket and blow my engine and all that other good stuff, right? Or should I say bad stuff? And so we got that going on, and that right here, the normal throttle curves, does not make any changes on the governor. What does make the change is if you go to governor menu. All right, went ahead in the conditions, I got it normal on, and when you adjust the rate and percentages here, so I got 45% on normal mode, idle up 1 I got 55%, and idle up 2 is 60%, and these percentages will basically light up. And so we got normal mode. I'm going to throttle full throttle. As you can see, it lit up what's this, F, and F is 1560 RPM. All right, so on my normal mode, the governor is going to try to give me 1560 RPM. Right now, it's all going to be based on the tuning of the engine and all that stuff. All right, and if we go to idle up, and that's at 45%. All right, so 45% will give me 1560. If I click out up 2 or out up 1, I got G lit up, and G is 1740. So out up 1 is going to give me 1740 RPM. And we'll go to out up 2, and out up 2 is H, right? Yep. So 1920. So all in all, we got the 3 head speeds that I'm shooting for. I would rather have like normal mode 1600, out of 1, 18 maybe, and then out of 2, maybe 1960, somewhere around there. The next number is 2100, and I think that's too high for a 90 size. I'm not too sure. Maybe 2000 would be okay, and see if this thing is actually going to work. All right. Other than that, also to verify if that it does make any changes as far as the percentages here, I'm going to go ahead and go to out of 2, and I'm going to go to my 60% here. I want to click on that. I'm going to adjust that at the same time. You're going to look at the LED. All right. So there's 60%. I want to increase that number. And you see, it already jumped to N. Oh, no, not yet. You got to get back out and go back in because it only gives you so many seconds. There you go. So 95% will get me 3000 RPM based on the light. All right. So by adjusting that percentages there, you're going to see how that transfers to the actual LED here. So I'm going to go back down. You see it's moving. So 75% will give me 2460. So 75% will be 2460 RPM, which yeah. So we're gonna bring it back down to 60% to stay at the 1920 RPM. There you go. All right, guys. So yeah, and then if you hit hold, like let's say I'm out of 2, I'm flying around, I hit hold. All right, it takes me off of that RPM. But if I get back to normal flying, or at least back, I take off hold, it'll shoot me right back to that RPM. So if I go out of 1 and I hit hold, it'll take me off of there, get back off of hold, and it'll shoot me right back to that same RPM. All right. So everything based on the setup on the radio correlating to the actual Beast X. So far, it looks like it's working. All right. I'm not too worried about what the servo is doing at the moment because it's static right now. The magnet does got to go underneath the sensor, really fast and everything, so it can start picking up. But you can see right now, if I give a little bit of throttle, I got full control from here to there, which is not much. But then if I go a little bit half stick, now the servo is moving on its own. All right, and that's pretty much how it's basically set. Once that magnet goes underneath and it picks up on the sensor and all that stuff, it will try to keep that head speed and all that. The governor will start controlling that servo. All right, so hopefully everything works. Like I said, this is the first time, like I said, I've done the internal governor, so yeah, it's always something new. So I just want to share that with you guys, and if anybody out there has any input on the internal governor for the Microbeast X Plus, hey, leave it in the comments. Share it with everybody else so we all can learn. All right, guys. So we're going to try out the governor today. Alright guys, let's go ahead and try this governor setup that we adjusted last night. Normal mode 45%, should be 1560. Idle up 1, 1740. Idle up 2, 19. They're kind of on the rich side. Just gonna turn it in just a little bit. So we know the governor works. Engine is not burning up hot or anything. I could put a finger there. It's a little warm, but not burning hot. So let's keep it on the rich side, to be honest. Alright. Cool. Let's go refill. Alright, so far so good. Still a little more tuning, but other than that, governor is working just fine, like it's supposed to. Alright guys, shoo shoo!